Hello everyone, welcome to Survival Game Guide in our Medieval Dynasty series. We have a quick but I think pretty helpful tip for newcomers coming into the game, and maybe even some people who have played it for a while and just are not 100% sure on certain icons and what they mean. In particular, we're going to be covering the demand slash 1D that you see in your management menu and what that exactly means. Because I know when I was first playing this, I saw that and I'm like, I don't know if that means that's how much I have or if that's how much they need. Like, because the terminology they use is not helpful at all. So, what I'm talking about here, if you go on management, you will see, like down here in particular, you have this demand, you have this slash, and then you have a 1D. And you might be like, okay, what is this? What does this mean? What are all these numbers and all that? Because like I said, this number, this letter, this word right here, demand, is I feel like they could have used a better word to describe what they're trying to mean here. So basically what this means is your demand is your supply that you have available, and the 1D means how much your village is using every day, basically. So for food, for example, I have that giant amount just chilling in my food storage, and this is how much my villagers are consuming each day. So I need that many of units basically in here, and if this number is smaller than this number, I am in trouble basically. Now, what I wish they had used maybe like supply or something here rather than demand. I think demand is supposed to be like in correlation with this 1D here, but because they have it, because it looks like that, it makes it seem like it's a little bit confusing, at least for me. Maybe if you guys got it right off the bat, all the kudos to you. But I think if they had used a little bit something different here, that would have made a little bit more sense, a little bit easier to follow. So that's basically what it means. And it also, these numbers kind of help you track your production cycles to make sure that you are producing what you need to meet these demands, basically. So like, for example, if I didn't have like enough food here, and I will say this as a quick little aside, this number for food, it's everything in your food storage, including raw meat. So obviously your villagers aren't going to eat that raw meat, but it's still gonna show up here. So you kind of have to like keep in mind like how much of that is actually food that they're going to eat. Because I know I have like a lot of raw meat in my food storage. I just haven't had the time to cook yet. So that could be inflating this number. This number could actually be higher than what it actually needs to be compared to what their demand is. Like I could have like take the 20 some bajillion off here. I might only have like 5,000 for example. I don't think that's the case, but I could have 5,000 here, which is a little bit more worrisome if this was like 1,000 or whatever. So keep in mind that like obviously the food storage in particular, it does include food that your villagers won't necessarily eat, but it's like still counts as food, if you will. So that's the little thing there. But basically, when it comes to managing, then what you can do is you can use like your demand here. Like I know that they need 822 food a day. I can then go through my hunting and my other like my farming, my animal husbandry, all these things. Probably primarily production. I'd look at hunting and the kitchen for my needs basically here, and I would see like if we just go to the kitchen. I don't think I did somebody cool. I can see here, like, this is what they are producing, which is like, 22 of this item, which is potage right now, a day. And if I go to knowledge, there's this really helpful kind of thing here that has like all this information about all the different things. So if we could go to consumable, we'll find potage. There we are. And we can see that this supplies 30 points of food and 10 points of water. So I could then be like, okay, if I have that, whatever that number was, I could times it by this, and I know like that's how much it's going to satisfy their demands. So it's just a way to basically realize where your food is coming from, which food is perhaps giving you the most of these food points, and then you can kind of scale back if you need to, and you can maybe use those workers in like other ways. So because, for example, since these guys are producing a lot of potage and this does like really decent food, I actually don't have them let them eat this. I have them eat the stew, but that might not be the case for you. But because this does satisfy like a large number of their food points, basically their food demands. You could then perhaps be like, okay, well, I'm going to scale back my hunters because they're producing just enough meat to make this potage. So maybe I'll go have them go get some more fur or leather or something. So it just kind of helps you figure out how to be more efficient, I would say, with your needs. But just this whole part right here, it's just not the clearest, and I wish that they would change. Like I said, just change demand to supply, because how it looks is like this is your all demand, and like this is their total demand, and this is like what they need for a day. But that's not the case. This is literally your supply, and that is what they need per day. So that's just how it works. But that's about it. Hopefully that clears that up. It's a really like more in depth view of how like the whole management system works. You don't have to go that in depth. Like as long as your villagers are clearly like not starving, they have enough firewood, they have water, like you're fine. As long as you don't see like scary red symbols showing up at that's not really a scary symbol, but the top, like at the top left there, if you don't see like food symbols or like a water symbol or a firewood symbol, that you're doing okay. Basically. So that's about it. Again, hopefully that is helpful. I know it's kind of like a more boring technical kind of guide, but I do think it's helpful just to kind of help you guys figure out, where your needs are and if you're meeting them, if you're in trouble, or if you're like me and you're like way beyond producing way too much, to be honest. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.